We are on day 2 of the 2023 DHL Nipper Nationals. The wind has calmed down. It's a beautiful day down here on Kings Beach. Yesterday we were blown all over the show. It was a tough day for a lot of our nippers, but they competed bravely, they competed to the best of their ability, and we are looking forward to more of that action today here on the second day of the championship. Looking forward to some beach flags, the taplin relay for the under-12s, the board race for them as well, and the board relay. The under-13s and 14s are going to be doing their beach sprints, their beach relay, and their surf swim. That's the big one for the under-13s and 14s, is the surf swim race. Also going to be doing the under-9s and 10s beach flags events. And we're going to get you some action from the beach flags before we cross over to a live stream later today. Behind me we have the start line of the under-14 male surf swim about to get underway. Action-packed day today here at Kings Beach. Surf swim is the signature, the pillar event of Lifesaving, and these are under-14, the most senior age group in nippers, about to contest the final surf swim of their nipper career here today. All the action is about to unfold. We have some classy swimmers in this field. We saw a fantastic race yesterday in the run swim run, and that racing is set to continue here today in the surf swim. I'm joined in the commentary by Stanford Slabbert up in the tower. I'm going to be down on the beach. We're going to be jumping between each other, so if you're watching on the live stream, it might sound confusing sometimes. If you're watching from the beach, it might sound confusing sometimes. We'll try and manage as best we can, but right now, the most important thing here is that we get this surf swim underway, Stanford, and over to you.
Temperature 15.9, wetsuits are optional. 5 of our swimmers opting to go without a wetsuit. We'll soon see if that pays off. They're now under starters' orders.
Away they go, Stanford, and a quick start on the middle of the field there by Fishhook. Straight into the porpoise dive, the two of them together, 2 Fisher caps, neck and neck. No shenanigans there, looking for currents, but it looks like there's a left to right sweep there, Stanford, and that's not going to count against those Fishhook swimmers. Liam Stevenson from Plettenberg Bay will be in there. Samuel Mocker, our run champion, is in there, and it looks like Fishhook, Sam Mocker with a narrow lead here. Plet on his feet, and on the left-hand side, another Fisher Cup. I'm going to say that's Riley Clark from Fishhook or Joe Brading. So early leaders that I can see here from the beach, Stanford. What can you see from up in the tower and the binoculars?
Well, out in front, it is Fishhook. Plet started strongly. They were jumping and kicking off the sandbank, but now they're heading into the deeper water. The green-white can is their target. They go right shoulder, and out in front it is a Fishhook going 1. And in 2, we've got Summer Strand coming up on their left shoulder.
That would be Daniel Pappas.
It could be him, and on the right-hand side is Plet. So it's Liam Stevenson of Plet on the right of our leader from Fishhook. They're coming up to the first turn. They've got to go round it, left to right. We'll soon see the lead, but there's hardly anything. It's a whole group of them hitting that green-white can right now.
I'm at the finish line here, Stanford. I can see the backfield. There is nothing in it. Our top 3 or 4 are all together. Gonna say that's Samuel Mocker, Daniel Pappas, and Leon Stevenson setting the early pace. Going around these boys is quite tricky. You want to be on the inside line and you twist your whole body 90 degrees. Very often on the outside, you're might get a knee or a foot. It's quite a physical event. Turning the last swim can and heading for home now. There is a long run up to the finish line here. And wading and porpoise diving is going to come into play definitely, and perhaps even a body surf wave. Over to you, Stanford.
Well, it's still Summer Strand and Fishhook right up in the lead. Plet is in 3rd. They're starting to look for the line onto the beach, and the scene has gone quite flat at the moment. But here comes a little swell. It's not really going to help them. Let's wait and see what comes from the back after this swell. But we've still got Summer Strand and Fishhook. They are alongside each other. It's virtually a shoulder-to-shoulder affair. There's Plet coming now on the inside as we look out to them on our left. He's coming alongside. Here comes a little swell. It picks up very quickly on the sandbank. It's picking up a little bit too soon for our leading group. Now they've got to hope that another swell doesn't come too quickly. Here they're coming almost into the shallow water. We'll first start seeing if someone starts porpoising. It's Fishhook and Summerstrand and Plet. They're coming onto the line towards the beach, and here comes another swell that's not going to be big enough. It is still Summerstrand and Fishhook, stroke for stroke as they approach the finish of the under-14 boys surf swim.
This is going to come down to porpoise diving and wading. Porpoise diving and wading. The stronger you porpoise dive and wade, the better you're going to do here. There's nothing in it. Our top three, Plettenberg Bay, Fishhook, Summerstrand, Plettenberg Bay, Fishhook, Summerstrand. Who's got the wade? Who's got the legs? It's going to be between Fishhook and Plettenberg Bay. Fishhook and Plettenberg Bay. Fishhook and Plettenberg Bay. Samuel Mocker from Fishhook takes it from Liam Stevenson, Plettenberg Bay.
And Summerstrand third, Marine coming fourth.
Great swim by Marine for fourth. Fishhook in fifth. Kings Beach and Durban Surf, sixth and seventh. What a swim. Stanford.
That was a fantastic porpoise by all three of them. Well done to our top three men. Put your hands together, folks, for our top three swimmers under 14 surf swim title of 2023.
Well, Stanford, before we get these under 14 girls underway, we're going to try and get an interview with our winners quickly. Tom. Right, just waiting for our cameraman so we can get an interview here with our winners. Well, Daniel, brave swimming there around the cans. You guys are all together. Tell me about that last bit home.
Yo, the water was so deep here. I saw Maka just started porpoising, but I had to keep on swimming because I'm so short.
Great race and brave swim. You guys did it fantastically. No wetsuit. Tell me, how do you think that worked out? I mean, how do you feel without it?
So I figured out that my wetsuit had a little resistance on my shoulders. So I decided to go with my Speedo, since it's fast and streamlined. And I wanted to stick behind Sam the whole way and try and out-sprint him at the end. And he ended up getting up before me and outran me.
So, Sam, you had your eyes on both these boys the whole way back. What were you thinking on that last turn? Can you all together?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a full-on sprint the whole way around. Like, it's pretty short for us nippers. So I sprinted the whole way there, and I was pretty tired. I tried to change my breathing pattern from 2 strokes to 3 strokes. And then at the end, being a bit taller, I could get up earlier and go for the line quicker.
Well done, boys. You're under 14 podium for the surf swim. Well done to all our competitors in the surf swim. And now we are going to go on to... Sorry, I got the wrong kid. It's Nicholas Pretorius. Sorry, Nick. So Nick Pretorius, great swim by you. And that is our podium for the under 14 boys surf swim. We're now going to go over to our under 14 girls. They are on the start line, ready to go. This is the last time they're going to do the surf swim as nippers. Let's go and watch the action unfold.
And drawn 1, Caitlin Elderman, looks like she's missing from the line for Clifton. Drawn 2, Sophia Jackson of Plet, Tamsin Gay of Umhlanga, Clara Pina of Marine, Alexis Furry of Summerstrand, Rachel D'Souza of Umhlanga, drawn 6, Maria King of Umhlanga 7, Zia Peterson of Clifton, Ilsla Cook of Fishhook, Layla Nixon of Boksburg, Elizabeth Viljoen of Harties, Myla Neto Hardenrich of Clifton, Nina Bakker of Fishhook, Lisa de Villiers, 3 gold medals yesterday. She's for Summerstrand. Madison Bardnoost of Plet, Grace Holloway Mulder of Durban Surf, Jessie Leah Lauderach of Summerstrand, Sarah Lowndes of Llandudno, Emma Neertling of Plet, Mia Lalaw of Fishhook, Hannah Burke of Big Bay, Arabella Fox of Big Bay, Zoe Steyn of Harties, Kesra van Heerden of Fishhook, Hannah Wienert of Durban Surf, Josie Blaine of Llandudno, Melissa Johannes of Senatla, Kyla Barrett of Llandudno, Sydney Pinnock, nipper captain here at Kings Beach, Kylie Bakker of Fishhook, Amaya de Villiers of Plet, Jenna Charles of Seagulls, Eva Moodycliffe of Llandudno, Jordan Sadie of Fishhook, Leah Cleland of Marine, Grace Pinon of Clifton, and Tatiana Francisco of Clifton.
Stanford.
There's 37 ladies are now lining up.
A lot of them lined up here. Tension is high, and unfortunately, have to say goodbye to one of our competitors. It's one of the most unfortunate rules in lifesaving, but a rule it is. If you jump the start, it's a instant disqualification at the under 14 level. These kids have been around the block enough times to know that. And quick and swift decision there by our referees. So they are back under starters orders. We saw how it was a 2-3 step wade straight into a dive, porpoise dive, and then into the swimming. So they start swimming just about immediately. Under starters orders they are. Right, away they go, Stanford. And a strong start on the middle to left side by Summer Strand, straight into a porpoise dive. That is a great run into the water by both those Summer Strand girls. That's going to help them. Kings Beach was at surf in the middle of the pack. Also a strong porpoise dive. 1, 2, 3 porpoise dives under a wave, and the swimming is underway. It is too close to call, but from this angle it looks like 2 Summer Strand caps and Durban Surf in the lead from the beach. Over to the tower.
Right, and we'll let them settle down. There's a line of, looks like Summer Strand on the left, Durban Surf on the right-hand side, and coming up on the left is Umhlonga. They're gone over 1 or 2 little bumps. Now they've got a flat sea to get up to the first turn marker. From the tower, it looks like Summer Strand have taken a slight lead. There's someone on their right shoulder, and there's a plate cap amongst the mix. There's Big Bays right there with the leaders. Umhlonga, Fishhook. Umhlonga, Big Bay, and Plate look like they're just behind our leader, the early leader, and that is Summer Strand.
Well, Stanford, I'm going to say that's probably Lisa de Villiers from Summer Strand in the lead there, along with
there's another Summer Strand cap alongside her. So 2 Summer Stranders leading as they come up to the turn.
Well, they're going to go into the first turn can. The first sort of obstacle, and you can only go around there 1, 2 at a time. And at the back there, it looks like 2 Summer Strand, shoulder to shoulder, and busy pulling away from Plet. That's probably Emma Netling from Plet and Big Bay in 3rd place, trying to stay ahead of another Plet and Big Bay cap, the 2 of them together. You can see better from up there, Stanford. What's happening?
Well, the leaders got snagged on that green-white can. I could see them turning, and next thing they bobbed backwards. I think they put their hands onto the rope holding the can. It slowed them down somewhat. They lost a little bit of momentum. They lost a meter or so, but now they're heading for the beach. Summer Strand still lead. Plet is now starting to challenge, and Summer Strand first, second. Plet in 3rd, Big Bay 4, Fishhook in 5.
Well, it's stopping swimming there. Summer Strand just trying to pick up the finish line flags. They're hard to pick up. There's a lot of colorful things here on the beach, a lot of skull caps, and hard to see the finish line. Stop swimming, make sure over her line. We saw them come around the can and go a little bit off course, and it seems like the middle of the pack is also doing that.
Well,
turning around, looking for a body surf wave, and it might come in for them.
The one girl from Summer Strand went on her back, did a few strokes, backstroke, checking out the sea. There's now the first little swell. Of course, the waves are going to change this race. Someone could still come from the back, but the Summer Strand girls are 1 and 2. They've outswum the rest now. Now they're just waiting for the bumps. Here comes the first one. She's going to start porpoising. She's just off the bank. And here comes another little wave. That'll push her onto the sandbank. I think we'll see our leader start porpoising after this. She drops down the back of the swell. She's in a clear leader now, about 2-3 meters, but one wave will change all of it. There we see her kicking off the sandbank.
This could change things, Stanford. This could change things. Umhlonga Rocks goes on it. Plet and Big Bay picks up her head.
Oh,
but Umhlonga Rocks, a beautiful body surf. Umhlonga Rocks body surfs right past our leader, Stanford.
And it's Umhlonga Rocks coming out the water first. They were in 5th place. They come through to win the surf swim title. And Summer Strand have to settle for 2nd and for 3rd. They were the early leaders, and they came from the back to Umhlonga Rocks. 4th place will go to Big Bay. 5th will go to Plet. And 6th will be Clifton. Well, in surf swimming, you can always get that wave, and it's who can get it at the right time. And it stood up nicely for Umhlonga Rocks and pushed them onto the beach.
Well, Stanford, how about that? It isn't over till it's over. The swimmers still coming through. The swimmers still coming through here for the surf swim. So great to see such a big entry in the surf swim. It just shows you this is, even if you're not a fast swimmer, it's important for these nippers to do the surf swim. We're going to try and grab an interview with our top three, our podium.
And Maria King of Umhlanga winning the gold medal there. Lisa de Villiers of Summerstrand, 3 gold medals yesterday, a silver medal today in the surf swim. Jessie Leah Leiderach of Summerstrand came in 3rd, followed by Hannah Burke of Big Bay, Emma Neertling of Plet, Grace Pienaar of Clifton, and Sophia Jackson of Plet was 7th. And closing out the points, Josie Blaine of Llandudno.
Well, our under 13s are on the line, ready to swim. I'm just going to try and grab a quick interview here with our winners. So, Lisa and Jessie Lee, you guys were leading. Who was in the front between the two of you? So tell me, I mean, the two of you were shoulder to shoulder, but tell me about that swim out to the can and what was going through your mind there?
Well, I was trying to pace myself around the first can, and then after the second one, I just tried to sprint to, try and get away then, but unfortunately, I didn't get one.
So we saw you guys get snagged on the can there. What was happening there?
At the last can, I got kind of stuck there, and I tried to get away, and then just swim as fast as I could.
And then the direction changed. You went right on the right-hand side. I mean, you were a beautiful body surf to take the win. It just shows you surf swimming, and it's never over till it's over. Tell us about your line in.
Yeah, so when I came around the can, there was I couldn't really see. So I just tried to go straight for the beach, and I've been practicing body surfing a lot, so it really helped that.
Well, that was such an incredible race, and just a wonderful. Well done, ladies, and well done to all your competitors as well. That is your under 14 girls surf swim podium. Stanford, we're now going to go over to the under 13 girls surf swim final. Thank you, girls. Thank you. And if you're watching at home and you're wondering why I keep saying Stanford, I'm not referring to a town. That's actually my co-commentator in the commentary box, and he has a much better view of the race than I do. But let's go and see the start here of the under 13 boys surf swim final.
All under 13 boys surf swim lineup. Levi Ludick of Kings Beach, Liam Hemp of Llandudno, Ben Harper of Fishhook, Kaito Tui of Clifton, Jaden Lokasa of Llandudno, Kai Marks of Umhlanga, Zach Hafner of Clifton, Jared Cole of Fishhook, Joshua Marie of Kings Beach, John 10 is Nicholas Taylor of Durban Surf, Troy Steer of Clifton, Jamie Thomason of Clifton, Ethan Dark of Summerstrand, Nathan Brown of Kings Beach, Kyle Vickers of Big Bay, Jack Chenman of Fishhook, Luca Kruger of Plet, William Neal of Llandudno, James Barber of Summerstrand, Gideon Leertling of Plet, Jake Farron Cotton of Llandudno, Zachary Day of Big Bay, Max Burrows of Summerstrand, Callum Loftus of Summerstrand, Christopher Seifert of Clifton, Max Fowles of Durban Surf, Jake Cowper Johnson of Summerstrand, Evan Neft of Fishhook, Josh Long of Umhlanga, Matt Fossler of Marine, Jake Singh of Fishhook, and Drawn 32 on the right, on the southern side, Hayden Herbst of Big Bay. Over to the starter.
Right, a great start on the right-hand side by Fishhook, Evan Neft, getting out of the blocks, quick, smart, and they're all into the water now, doing their way. There's got about 4 porpoise dives here. Underneath that white water, they're going to have to push off the bottom, try and get a bit of an advantage. Plet and Big Bay fiddling with their goggles. And Stanford on the left-hand side, that's the Fishhook cap, swimming, and a narrow, narrow lead with Durban Surf right next to him. After yesterday's Ironman final, you have to say that the two favorites here are probably going to be Nicholas Taylor from Durban Surf and Jared Cole from Fishhook. Although that's a big field of surf swimmers, they're all going over to their feet now, and Wondering if they got the right line to the buoy there, Stanford. What can you see from the tower?
Well, they've got a good line, and it's Durban Surf Pirates, and there's a Clifton cap right alongside them. The three of them are in a line. They're chasing towards the green-white marker can. There's not much of a current out there. The safety officers are watching, and they are swimming hard. It's Durban Surf Pirates and Clifton.
Stanford on the water's edge here. I can tell you right now there's a strong right to left-hand sweep. You can see how that's come into play now. A bit of a breeze just helping this current along, and that certainly has pushed the field a little bit to the left. Definitely worth noting for our other swim events that are happening. It seems like that field is still very much all together with no clear leaders, or am I mistaken?
Yes, we've got Fishhook on the inside, moving on to the green-white can now. Nick Taylor of Durban Surf in the red skull cap is on his left-hand side on the outside. But Fishhook have the inside line as they swim across to the second marker.
Is that another Fishhook cap in third place there, Stanford?
It is. Fishhook closing in third. They're coming up to our two leaders who are going to turn and head for home at the same time. So our top three now have rounded the marker. They've opened up 5 meters. Summerstrand is in fourth place, Llandudno in 5. Then we have Plet in 6. And here come our leaders. They fanned out now. They're in a line. There's a few lines coming from the ocean, from Oceanside. And we have a top-class race ahead of us. This is now Durban Surf in the center.
Well, we saw that the body surf wave from Umhlanga Rocks in the under 14 girls final come from their right-hand side, our left-hand side, although that is a longer run up to the flag, and that must be playing on their minds. I wonder if they've picked up the finish flag. The safety officer might get in the way. We might have to ask that safety officer if they can hear the PA to get out of the way, because these guys are racing for medals here, and there is nothing in it. Look at them. They are literally sprinting towards the beach now, trying to get to that porpoise dive section and perhaps a body surf.
Well, and they're coming into wave zone, and there's a wave coming behind them. This is going to catch all three of them. We could get all three onto the same wave at the same time. Here they come. They're sprinting for the wave. Nicholas Taylor in the red cap. That's for Durban Surf. The other two are from Fishhook, and they're coming now onto the sandbank. Who's going to be brave enough to put their feet down and start porpoising? Or if they've got their heads together, they'll be swimming hard. Here comes the next wave. This is going to bring 1 or 2 back markers. They're all now realizing, only one wave on it. It's from Summerstrand. Summerstrand are going to surf through. They lifted their head. They lost the momentum. And Durban Surf onto the beach first. Nicholas Taylor of Durban Surf will win your surf swim. Fishhook will come through in second. The dice is on for third place between Summerstrand and... In fact, that's not a Fishhook cap. His cap had come loose, and that was Summerstrand third and fourth.
Still the waves are coming into play here right at the end of this body surf. Look how a small wave can change the result. That Summerstrand cap coming right through our early leaders. Kato Tui cracking the top 10 here for the surf swim on the beach and the swim. Great to see him doing the surf swim. Well, our under 13 boys, Stanford, what an exciting swim that was. I mean, there was nothing in it, all three all together. Beautiful body surf by Durban Surf, Nick Taylor, all the way onto the beach. Obviously, picking up from mistakes yesterday, kept his head down and surfed it all the way to the beach. I'm going to grab an interview with the winners quickly here, Stanford, unless you want to say something from up there.
Well, our top three placing there, Nicholas Taylor of Durban Surf winning gold. Jared Cole of Fishhook was second. Callum Loftus of Summerstrand placed third. James Barber of Summerstrand was 4. And William Neal of Llandudno was in 5th. And back to you, David.
Stanford, I'm here with our podium. Callum, was that you surfing that beautiful body surf back onto the beach?
I'm so tired. I got really lucky with the wave. Hard luck to James. Yeah.
And you had a few obstacles in the way, but you just body surfed straight through.
Yeah, it was a really nice wave, and I was just like kicking so hard to get on it. And I got it, and then I felt so lucky.
So it was a battle royale between Jared and Nick. Jared, just tell us about the back cans and then turning the last can coming in towards the beach.
Yeah, so we turned and then I felt like we went a bit skew, so I kind of corrected myself and thought I just had to go because I knew Nicholas was going to go and I just had to try to stay with him.
Well done, Jared. And Nick, beautiful swim there. Started porpoise diving at just the right time. That managed to get you onto that wave, kept your head down all the way to the beach. Tell us about that last finish, that last swim into the beach.
I knew that there were a couple of really tight together, so I knew that if I didn't get on that wave, it would be a lot of a tighter finish. So I hung on, and I just started taking as many strokes as possible to stay in just ahead there.
Well done. And that's our podium for the under 13 boys surf swim. It's not going to be the first time that these boys are on a podium together, I'm sure. And now we turn our attention over to the under 13 girls surf swim final.
And David lining up from number 1 on the harbour side. 32 swimmers. Rebecca Pappas of Summerstrand, Karis Bloom of Clifton, Tegan Hudson of Fishhook, Myra Kroch of Fishhook, Hannah Denecker of Plet, Jana Oschenbein of Strand, Emma Wenzel of Summerstrand, Riziki Magotsi of Clifton, Lucy Turon of Clifton, Malika Pinar of Clifton, Holly van Achterberg of Scottborough, Mimi McCown of Llandudno, Lily Mae Craig of Plet, Caitlin Rossiter of Harty's Reflection, drawn 15 is Solis Henning of Harty's Reflection, Sabella Sedane of Summerstrand, Tessa Selman of Umslonga, Nina Fosler of Clifton, Clesia Forbes of Summerstrand, Sadie Lou Cupido of Milnerton, Sienna Gous of Summerstrand, a couple of gold medals yesterday. Drawn 22s, Katrina Horn of Pirates, Francesca Preen of Llandudno, Lucy Midlane of Fishhook, Katja Bova Olsen of Fishhook, Hugh Camilla of East London, Alexandria Norse of Marine, Julia Basson of Fishhook, Casey Brewer of Big Bay, Olivia Cairns of Umslongerocks, Kate Ashworth of Llandudno, and drawn on the southern side of this impressive lineup, Ayana Clutie Hopkins of Clifton, and they're now under starters' orders.
Clean start for our under 13 girls surf swim final. The foundation, the pillar event of Surf Lifesaving. And you were correct in saying that this is an impressive lineup because I do not know if I could pick a winner here. I got to say that Sienna Gous from Summerstrand, who is our run swim run champion, is probably going to be our favorite. But Hannah Denecker, Katja Bova Olsen from Fishhook, Hannah Denecker from Plet, Riziki Magotsi from Clifton, Hugh Camilla from East London, and Nina Fosler from Clifton as well as Caitlin Rossiter from Harty's Reflections. Those are all top quality swimmers, but there's a whole lot of them in there, Stanford. And it looks to me from the beach that there's a Summerstrand cap streaking into the lead, and that has to be Sienna Gous.
That is Sienna Gous of Summerstrand. She's opened up 2-3 meters already on a chaser from Plet. So Summerstrand lead, Plet in second. There's a Schlongerocks cap coming from the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, there's a Fishhook cap. They're all settling down, but they're chasing one person. That is Sienna Gous of Summerstrand, who's heading at speed to the green-white marker.
Well, Stanford, I would love to have had a stopwatch on these races just to compare the different surf swims. I think the conditions are very similar. Perhaps someone is pedantic like that and has been timing what these swims are taking, because I'd love to know what Sienna Gous is doing for the swim and some of these other girls compared to the boys' races. Turns the can now, Summerstrand, and this is where you can pick up how many body lengths. That's already...
Oh, Summerstrand,
like
the lone leader by about 20 meters already. She's the only one who's turned. Now turning second. So you can see Sienna Gous, she doesn't want to see what happened in the earlier races. Someone came from the back. She's going to get to the back line, and she wants to be onto the beach before anyone else can even catch her. Our second place swimmer has got 3 swimmers on her ankles, and that looks like a cap from Marine in the second at the moment. Durban Surf coming with a strong push. But Sienna Gous now heading back to the beach. She is flying. She put her head down, and she is the young lady who came third at the recent Aquile River Mile at the Sundays River. And she's onto a little runner. She's opening up a gap with every stroke. She's now 40 meters ahead of the second place. There's a motorboat in those ankles of hers. She has just put it into top gear. She's coasting along. There comes a little runner, and she'll pick up a few meters on that. She's just not letting off. There's no stopping young Sienna Gous of Summerstrand.
Yeah, currently that gold medal all but hers. She just needs to swim herself to the beach. Behind her, though, for second and third, it looks like an all-must-go sale, and the doors have just opened up because this lot, there's nothing in it, and the last two steps of the podium are still up for grabs for a number of these girls. Durban Surf, Hearties Reflections, currently got the edge on the field, but like you said earlier, that wave can change things. Sienna Gous up in porpoise diving to take the gold medal here in the surf swim under 13 girls final.
Well, Sienna Gous catching a few meters. In second place, it's a young girl from East London. She's in second, but Sienna Gous, folk, put your hands together for our under 13 girls surf swim title champion, Sienna Gous of Summerstrand. The dice is on, and look at third place, Hearties Reflections. One of our inland clubs is dicing for a medal here.
Well, Camilla here was in second place there, but here comes a body surfing wave perhaps. Camilla here from East London, strong swimming by here, the others are porpoise diving. This race is not over yet because here comes another wash, another body surf wave for podium positions, for points for your club. Keep your head down in the body surf. Hearties Reflections is running, East London is running. It's going to go the way of East London and Hearties.
Wonderful to see Hearties Reflections getting a bronze medal behind Camilla Hewer of East London in second, and a distant second it was. Third goes to Hearties. Plet is 4, Summerstrand 5, Clifton 6. And you could see these girls a little rip picking up right here at the finish line. They get into it and they can hardly move. Then they've got to get their body weight moving and they break the grip of the rip. So official results on that one. Sienna Gous of Summerstrand, the champion. Hewer Camilla of East London came in second. Caitlin Rossiter of Hearties Reflection comes third. Hannah Deneka of Plet had a great swim in fourth place. Sabella Sedane of Summerstrand placed fifth. Ariana Clutie Hopkins placed sixth for Clifton. Riziki Magotsi of Clifton placed seventh. And Katja Bova Olsen of Fishhook placed 8th to close out the points. What a wonderful swim by Sienna Gous and all these young ladies in the under 13 surf swim.
Stanford, I'm here with the winners, the podium of the under 13 girls surf swim. Well done, girls. Brave swimming to all your competitors as well. So wonderful to see such a big entry into the surf swim. Surf swim is such an important part of the life-saving movement. Sienna, that was an incredible swim. You were a very long way ahead, to put it mildly. Tell me, how do you feel winning the surf swim under 13?
I feel amazing. I had a really good start and I turned the first can and I gave it my all and then I tried to catch a little wave in, but then I missed it. But I was very happy with my position.
Is your swimming coach it's definitely not your dad. It's got to be your mom.
Well, my mom taught me to swim, but my swimming coach is David Glover.
All right, well done, Sienna. Great swim for you. Now, Camilla, and sorry, what's your name again? Camilla and Caitlin, the two of you are running up the beach, and there was a bit of confusion there, but you were swimming shoulder and shoulder. What was going through your mind swimming into the finish here?
I was just trying to catch a wave and just trying to keep up with her.
And then Camilla running up the beach.
Well, I was pretty confused where the finish was, so I was just running.
And did you see her on your inside?
Yes, I just tried my best to beat her.
Well done, girls. Great swimming by you. Not the first time that you're going to be racing each other. So well done, and we'll see you at the next race. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes your senior Nipper age group surf swim finals, under 14 boys and girls, under 13 boys and girls. The surf swim is the foundational event of Lifesaving. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I might have said it a few times. but it is because you have to be able to swim to be a lifeguard, and that's what the movement is built around: swimming, learning to swim, and keeping people safe while they swim. The surf swim, great to see those athletes competing there. We're going to leave you with some highlights from earlier this morning, the beach flags events, and we might cut into some of our other arenas shortly. Coming up, we have board relay and board race for the under 12s. We also have our under 13 and 14. I need to get this right. Not quite sure what is up next for them. We've done their beach sprints, and we will let you know what's next. Welcome to Kings Beach. I'm David Mocker, and there has been a morning full of action here at the 2023 DHL National Championships. It's a blustery day. The wind has come through offshore in a big way, and these kids have had to work exceptionally hard. Behind me now are the scenes of the under 9s and 10s competing in their sprint heats, and hopefully we can bring you some of those races a little bit later. They're doing their heats now, under 9s and 10s, and this morning we've already had a number of finals happening here. This is day one of the championships. We've got 3 days to go. So day one of the championships, 6 age groups, under 9s and under 10s, under 11s, under 12s, under 13s, under 14s, 3 different arenas, and I think there's about 8 individual events per arena, and then they have the relay events. So there's plenty of action here to look forward to. What I'd like to leave you with now, this morning we had a number of bodyboard finals, and we filmed those, we commentated on them, and why don't you enjoy watching those bodyboard finals, how they unfolded. There was some exciting racing there. You'll see how these girls and these boys fought against the conditions, how they competed against each other, and ultimately finished the race. A wind-blown Kings Beach here on day one of the 2023 DHL Nationals. Our nippers did us proud today. We saw some intense competition, but ultimately what stood out for me today was the camaraderie between the clubs, the coaches and the parents, the team managers working together. Saw some great camaraderie between the clubs and within the clubs. Great competition, excellent racing. Long shadows on the beach. It's the end of the day. Tomorrow we go into day 2. Looking forward to seeing you there. Tune into the action. It's going to be good. 9 teams here in the final. I can see there are 2 teams there from Fishhook, a team from Clifton, a team from Kings Beach, a team from Llandudno, and a team from Marlin. And a lot of excitement. This race is over very quickly. Some key elements here of the beach relay, if you are starting to gather around, very important. And these kids know this already after 6 years of doing beach relays. All changeovers happen behind the line. You can't step over into another lane. You can't pick up the baton other side of the line. You've got to pick it up behind the line. If you drop it, pick it up, carry on running, but just make sure that it was behind the line when that changeover happened. And this is a mixed beach relay, so boys and girls mixed. There's not going to be 4 different races. And these are our quickest beach relay teams in the under 14 age category. Stanford, they are assembled, they are walking down the beach. And so if you want to watch the beach relays, come down to the sprint arena. If you are watching the under 9s and 10s do their boogie board heats, you can just hop across and watch the beach relays as they happen. I know the 11s and 12s are currently waiting for their board and board relay to get underway. So the action right now is the final of the beach relay.
Oh, David, the teams are down there at the marshalling area. They'll be running with this brisk little southerly wind. The wind switching a little bit more to the south, blowing over Brooks Hill and straight down the sprint track. It'll be wind assisted, and we'll have 8 teams in it. Running in lane 1 is Marlin. In the mixed beach relay, the team of Aiden Elst, Luce Phyllis, Joshua Veldsman, and Shano Vinvogel. Running in lane 2, Clifton A, the team of Joshua Huntingford, Sophia Pooley, Jamie Thomason, and Kaito Tui. In lane 3 will be Summerstrand A, the team of Kezia Forbes, Daniel Papas, Kayla Plykis, and Rachel Soin. Alongside them will be Llandudno A, Jake Farron Cotton, Douglas McCowan, Munro Sheffel, Lucas Tej. Alongside them, the host club Kings Beach with Taro Buerta, Nathan Brown, Luke Parker, and Sydney Pinnock, who read the competitor's oath at the opening yesterday. Fisher K are alongside them with Joseph Brading, Joshua Chown, Riley Clark, and Jack De Beer. Their B-side is alongside them on the sprint track, Zach Ghoos, Ben Harper, Zara Mohammed, and Louis Stradom. And then closest to the line of 10's Big Bay A with Hannah Burke, Tristan Compton, Zachary Day, and Ben Stapleberg.
Well,
those are
Stanford,
the competitors we'll see in action within the next couple of minutes. Back to you, David.
Stanford, many of these competitors, in fact, I think every single one of these teams has at least 2 members in it that contested the finals in the beach sprints. So they're just telling you the caliber of the athletes that are in these teams. It is going to be super fast. It is your senior age group, and it's going to be over in a minute. It looks like our finished judges are assembled down at the bottom end of the sprint track. Our changeover judges are assembled, and this race is about to get underway. We just need to make sure that our live streaming is online and that we can watch this live, that it can go out over the interwaves to your aunties and uncles all over South Africa and the world. Your cousins in Canada want to see this race as well.
So running in 1 is the team from Marlin, the navy blue cap with the 2 yellow stripes. Alongside them, Clifton, the white cap with the black and yellow stripes. Alongside them, Summerstrand, the club that patrols Pollock Beach here in Nelson Mandela Bay, the black cap with a thick yellow stripe. Alongside them, the hoops of Llandudno, blue, white, and dark blue. Then the host club, the blue cap with the red and white stripes from Kings Beach. Alongside them, it's Fishhook, blue, white, and black stripes. Alongside them is Big Bay, the turquoise and brown cap. And then top of the beach is Plet.
Stanford, the first runner here, it's pretty much like a beach sprint final for them. They're all starting together. Want to get a slight edge. The changeovers is where gains are made or losses are made as well. So that is the key thing to watch here for them. It looks like they're about to go under starters orders, so we're going to leave it up to our starter.
Quick announcement, please. Melvin Shaw to please meet LSA President Diasudath up at the clubhouse. Right, looks like we're going under starters orders. Marlin, Clifton, Summerstrand, Llandudno, Kings Beach, Fishhook, and Big Bay. And we now go under starters orders. Away they go, a nice clean start, the early running coming from Kings Beach. They know the sand so well, and they are sprinting into the lead. Into the first changeovers they go. Looks like Fishhook dropped a baton, and out in front now, the other Fishhook team. Fishhook lead from Llandudno and Clifton. And now still it's Fishhook leading, Llandudno into second. Kings Beach threw their baton in the air, have retained it, and now down the line comes, it's going to be Fishhook. Fishhook, and look at Llandudno. Llandudno sprinting for the line, but Fishhook will hold on. Llandudno runs second, Clifton third, Marlin 4, Summerstrand 5, Big Bay 6, and Kings Beach 7, Fishhook 8.
Well, Stanford, no denying who took the win there. An absolutely seamless performance there by the Fishhook A team. I think they have kicked all the gremlins out the closet because in the past few of the this team has been together I know this team has been together since the under 10 age group, and they've had a few gremlins there with drop battens and all sorts of things. They'll be very happy to finish off their under 14 career here with a beach relay win.
11s and 12s, your board finals are now being marshalled in your 11s and 12s arena. 11 and 12 board finalists, please report to your marshals. Benita Jones is waiting for you.
Stan, I'm seeing if I can catch up here with our winners from Fishhook. It's obviously pending changeovers. I'm being told to hold, so maybe they know something that we don't.
Well, not often you see a baton going up in the air like that from Kings Beach. I think he was concentrating on speed work and not having his grip on the baton. Well, the southerly winds are dropping the temperature a little bit.
It was really, it was a close.
And then checking of the video of the finish line, and we'll soon be able to
So this beach relay really was something to behold. It looked like a seamless performance from Fishhook. A quick start by them. They got into a narrow little lead, tried to get their changeovers right, and their lead stretched with every single changeover. A storming Llandudno was the last. And just see them changing over onto their last leg. Fishhook maintains the lead, and Clifton pushing really strong to perhaps take a third place. We're waiting to see if the changeovers were clean, and then we'll interview the winners.
Wow, he just kicked into fifth here, and if the horse was another couple of meters, he could have claimed the gold medal. But here come our officials, and we'll see who gets their number one disc first. So they're all lining up, and who's first? Number one is Fishhook, your beach relay champions. In second, Llandudno.
Right, I'm going to try and get an interview.
Third is Clifton. Fourth is Marlin. Fifth is Summerstrand. 6 is Big Bay, 7 Kings Beach, and 8 Fishhook. Back to you, David.
Well, Stanford, I'm going to try and get an interview here with our winners. If my cameraman can just join me. He's walking through the field. All right, guys. Well, got to say, it's a biased, happy victory for me. I'm from Fishhook Club, and it was just wonderful to see this relay team finally grab a gold medal at the beach relay. Tell us about the gremlins in the closet.
Last year had a bit of a fault when it came to the beach finals, so wanted to regain the title, and start was not so great as I thought it would be, but I had a team that would back me up and take it home.
Now, Joe, I know that there's a few drop battens that haunt you in your closet. Tell me what was going in your mind when Riley was coming at you full steam.
Yeah, obviously when there's always drop battens, the nerves are always there, but you gotta just put them back and hope for the best.
You weren't thinking about it. It was a clean changeover onto the Buffalo. Jack De Beer just storming down the beach, held that position. Jack, tell me about that run.
Yeah, it was a tough run, but I think we held our position, and we did well overall, especially through all the heats and everything.
Well, you won. That is very well overall, definitely. Now, Josh Chan, when you've got Kaito Tui running behind you, what's going through your mind?
I'm just worrying because I know that my team is relying on me for that finish. And Kaito, that guy is fast. You have to keep it up.
Well, kept it up, you did. And this is your under 14 mixed beach relay champions. There they are. Thanks, guys. Well done. From the beach, live on Kings Beach. We are now going to go on to some action from earlier today in the under 10 beach flags. This is the under 10 boys beach flags finals. We're going to catch the action here as they see who is the best under 10 beach flags boy in South Africa. They're under starters orders. What they're doing is they're lining them up with their feet on the line, all in one straight line. They need to be perpendicular to the start line. They have to have their feet together, their elbows out in under their shoulders, their hands folded over underneath their chin. The starter says competitors ready. They lift their heads up. He says heads down. They put their heads down, and then the starter will blow the whistle. One false start, and you're out. Let's see the first run. Up and away they go, and it's a quick start here on the top of the beach by Marine, Llandudno and Clifton. Unfortunately, saying goodbye to Joshua Richter from Summerstrand. Great run by him to just make it to the finals. Unfortunately, Joshua Richter now is out, and now we're going to move to the under 10 girls final. In the under 10 girls beach flags final, we have Ruby Stutterheim, Bria Ahmed from Llandudno, Gia Helsinger from Clifton. We've got Zoe Harding from Summerstrand. We've got Amelia Lotta from Llandudno. We've got Ella Stutterheim from Summerstrand. The Stutterheim twins there both in the final. Lexi Torlitter from Big Bay and Addison Shaw from Summerstrand. So a big entry there for Summerstrand. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them into the final. They've gone under starters orders. That's 1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them into the final. They've gone. A clean start there was certainly Gia Helsinger from Clifton and Lexi Torlitter from Big Bay are running very, very strongly. So we say goodbye to another one of our Summerstrand girls.
Going out in position 5. And the girls have already said goodbye to the two
Addison Shaw from
competitors, and now we say goodbye to Addison Shaw of Summerstrand, placing in position number 6.
This now is the run for the medals. One run to get to the medals. East London, Clifton, and Llandudno. Both those Clifton boys will be running to the outside.
Back to the under 10 boys.
They're going to get up and go. They won't go for the same flag because they don't know who's pushing Clifton. And it looks like just getting the better of his numbers. Look at that. That's what you want to see.
London had a bit of a bad turn, and we say goodbye to East London in that fourth position.
And almost getting a medal there was Callum Rothbard from East London. Well done to him. And that is your top 3 so far in the boys under 10 beach flags.
Position number 4. We go back to the under 10 girls now for position number 5.
Will, Lexi and Gia, Lexi from Big Bay and Gia from Clifton, survive an onslaught by Summer Strand here. Up and away they go. Great start there by Lexi. No, just not making it. We say goodbye to Lexi Tulita from Big Bay. She had a great start. She was in the lead there. Just not able to get her hand on the flag there. Shows you that flags, not just about this, the get up and go.
Now it's the medals.
Also about
medal decider.
The run and the dive.
Clifton and Llandudno.
Now we are back to the boys under 10 beach flags. This is for the, see which step on the podium they're going to take. All 3 of these boys have now got a medal. They're scoring absolute valuable points for their team. If you're Elliot Burnsden now from Llandudno, you'll be feeling the pressure. You've got to run off a Hardy Makhotsi here. This is going to be the start of your life. Away they go, and look at that start by Elliot Burnsden. Is he going to get his hand on the baton? They get it at the same time.
That was a close dive, and it looks like Clifton's assured of going through, and it's Llandudno.
He's not happy as Elliot Burnsden.
The Clifton competitor.
Can see some tears welling up there potentially. There's a lot of pressure for these boys on the stage, everyone watching. But he did so well to make it to that point as well. So it won't be his last opportunity, definitely not, to do beach flag. It's going to be a Clifton 1-2 for the gold medal. For the medal positions,
in the girls competition now, we have Ruby
Gia Helsinger is now under serious pressure here because she is up against some Summer Strand girls, and she is definitely going to have to take out that Summer Strand girl to her left. Summer Strand has got no other option but to
decide the medalists. 3 from Summer Strand,
go for Gia's flag.
They're under starters' orders.
So quite simple, really, but will we see a Summer Strand 1-2-3? Clifton is the only way standing in the way of that. Up and away to go. Great start by Gia. She goes across, gets a baton, and upsetting the clean sweep there for Summer Strand and under 10 girls beach flags is Gia Helsinger from Clifton. Great run by her, tipping her for the gold medal. She had a great start and a run there. Clifton, Summies and Summies, and now it's on to see the gold medal. It's going to go to Clifton. Just the name.
Full time.
No, you stay there. You're important.
Niels Leroux and Hardy Makhotsi, both from Clifton.
Hardy of Summer Strand going out there in position number 4. On the sprint track, it's Marlon out in front, stretching her legs. Clifton is in second. The dice is on for the top 5 placings. Marlon and Clifton out in front.
Right, this is for the gold medal.
Gold medal time.
They've done this many times before in training. This is like a training session for them. Great start. Look at Hardy Makhotsi, gets up just a bit of a stumble, but his acceleration is incredible. Gets his body in front of Niels Leroux, grabs the flag. Hardy Makhotsi cracks the gold. Niels Leroux takes the silver. That concludes your under 10 boys beach flags. Let's see what the medals are going to look like for the girls.
Gold medal to Ahadi Nafatsi of Clifton, silver medal to Wilson 10 boys flags. Well done, young men.
Great sportsmanship shown by these nippers all the way through. Yeah, it just makes you wonder what happens somewhere en route. Things get very competitive when you're kids. You know, sportsmanship is one of the primary values that you have. You're not really thinking, you are thinking about winning, but not that much. Things don't get too nasty. When you get older, something happens there. One can only hope that that spirit of sportsmanship continues. But the under 10 girls now. Here they go, and it looks like a great start there. Oh, this is going to be a Summerstrand Clifton. What's going to happen there? Gia Helsinger hesitated there, and I would say, if I was from Clifton, I'd perhaps just want to see what happened there, because there was a slight hesitation from Gia there at the start. It almost cost her a flag. Fortunately, she got her hand on it. And this is now going to be a runoff between here and one of the Stutterheim twins.
Stutterheim twins will be getting a bronze medal.
That's a runoff.
So the gold medal.
This might be a prelude to a gold medal run in a moment. But right now is to see who gets to contest for that gold. One of them is going to get bronze. One of them is going to run for the gold.
To tell them apart, and now the starters' orders for the gold medal and the 10 girls' flags.
Right, no mistakes this time, but it's a quick run here by both of them. They both get the flag again. Not a lot of rook and pluck there. They're going to have to go again. This is a dead heat. They're going to have to do it again, it looks like. They are talking about it. I can see our team managers there. They better be careful. You're not allowed to cheer from the side. You have to do it properly.
To have a bit of a discussion. Our TOs are
Hey, judges are just conferring on the rules here. And they're going to have to do it again, I think. This would be a moment for a team manager to, and it looks like there's up and away they go. Great start by Gia. And again they're going for the flag. And again, Gia Helsinger. A great tactical move there by her. Getting the flag in her hand and away from either Ruby or Ella there. Gia Helsinger has done 3 more runs than Ruby, who she's going to run off for the gold medal now. So Ruby and Gia. Ruby Stutterheim, Summerstrand. Gia Helsinger from Clifton. Who's got the start? Who's got the legs? Gia Helsinger, amazingly quick on the get up. Always seems to be sprinting first. However, the acceleration there from Ellie Stutterheim is what kept her in the running there. Stanford, we have now switched back to the live stream and we are online, and I'm at the start line of the under 12 boys board race finals. These boys had to go through a number of heats and semi-finals to get to this spot right now, and they're now going to race to see who are the top board paddlers for the under 12 category in South Africa. Points up for grabs for their clubs, and of course the podium positions. They'll be going under starters orders shortly, and we'll watch this race unfold as it happens. They're under starters orders. Right, start here in the board race, straight into the water. There's deep water there. There's not a lot of weight, not a lot of bunny hopping. That person that has got the best glide is going to get the best advantage here. And right now it looks like Umhlanga Rocks and Clifton got the best of that start. Incredibly fast start for those two. Plettenberg Bay is in their V-wash right behind those two boards. And it looks like our early leader is going to come from Clifton, Umhlanga Rocks and Plettenberg Bay. A strong side wash from right to left. You can see how those boards are getting swept from right to left. And now heading into the board can turns. What can we see from the tower?
Well, up from the tower, we can see that Clifton have had a very strong start. They ran in, they jumped on that board, they got a good momentum going, and they're now coming up halfway past the halfway mark to the turn marker. They are opening up a gap of 2-3 meters, and in second place it's Umhlanga. But they've got a whole lot of people coming onto their tail, including Summerstrand and Big Bay. And at the first turn marker, it's Clifton turn. They've got 4 meters on Umhlanga turn second. Big Bay turn third. Summerstrand in a bunch with Durban Surf on their left-hand side. And just behind them, there's a melee of Fishhook and Llandudno and Kings Beach caps. But coming back to the beach now is our race leader. And he is looking for a little bit of assistance. His little swells are now going a little bit off to their right as they come towards the beach. Clifton lead from Umhlanga. They're well clear of the pack, but as we saw earlier in the surf swims, you can come from behind and still grab gold. And Clifton are just not letting up. There comes a swell. I can see it coming towards him now. Clifton, he's got to put the hammer down. He's got his feet going hard. There comes his wave, and that'll bring him a gold medal. And then the second place is under threat, but he's got his way behind him.
This can be the bus, the free ride. He's punched his ticket. Oh, just puts it back into his pocket. The conductor walks past him. He's going to have to get the next bus on the track. And he gets down the front of it. Clifton gets the back of his board. With grace and dexterity, he manages the drop there. Grabs the handle. Clifton is going to take the win here by a country mile. A lay-down paddler. Perfect conditions for him. Umhlanga Rocks pushing hard. A clean second here, trying to get off over the top of that beach break there.
And look at the finish line. Here comes the chasing pack.
Big Bay better get up and go. But Summerstrand pushing over the top. This is going to be a run up the beach here.
Oh,
who's the quickest on their feet? It's
Summerstrand for third. Big Bay 4. Durban Surf 5. Oh, and Split leave their board behind. 6 will be Milnerton, 7 Big Bay, 8 will be Llandudno, 9 will be Plet, 10 Durban Surf and 11 Summerstrand.
Well, just heartbreak there for our third place bronze medal from Big Bay, just coming a cropper there in that shore break. The shore break is hard to navigate. It goes from deep water all the way onto the beach. For these youngsters, it's difficult to get up and start running there. They basically have to surf that wave all the way onto the beach. We saw our winner from Clifton managing that correctly. Had such a good lead, and he got across the line first. We're going to see if we can catch up with our winners here, and then we'll move on to the under-12 girls. Let's see if we can catch up with our winners, Stanford.
Well, and that just shows the race is only over once you've crossed the finish line, and these youngsters giving it maximum effort, and well done to Clifton. They went out hard, and they certainly reaped their rewards. That was Aidan Awad of Clifton, I think it was, who wins that gold medal.
Right, Stanford, I'm here with the winners. Okay, so I'm just trying to get a good angle here. Okay, here with our winners. Just want to grab everyone's name so I'll make sure I get it right this time.
Bjorn.
And your surname, Bjorn?
Marie. Aiden Awad. Oliver Hunter.
So, Aiden, on your tummy the whole way, tell me about your race.
So, before the race, I was really stressed, and so I tried my best in the start, which I'm not normally that good in, and I got in the front, and I paddled my heart out the entire time.
Well, that was a great paddle by you, my young man. Lay down paddle around the cans. I think getting that early lead got you around the cans quicker. You guys had a bit of a bunch around the cans. Tell me about your paddling. You were right on his tail, and then what happened?
So I got a good start, and that just sets your whole race. And I got around the cans nice and quickly, so it set my whole race up. And coming in, the waves they were quite nice.
And then that shore break just working out for you in the end there. It almost didn't, and heartbreak for Big Bay there, but you had the legs on the beach. Tell us about that finish.
Yeah, I just tried to catch the wave, but then I got dumped, but then I just grabbed onto my handle and ran.
Well done to our under 12 board race podium, and well done to all your competitors as well for competing in the final.
Well, out at sea, it's Summerstrand and Fishhook as they turn at the marker with the pod of dolphins coming in to say hello to them. And Summerstrand and Fishhook turn in the under 12 girls board final. Here they come, they're all turning. It's a close chase, but Summerstrand got the early lead. Fishhook in second, and they're now looking for those little waves on the way back. In third place is Fishhook, 4 is Fishhook. But out in front, it is still Morgan Gous of Summerstrand leads on the green board. Fifth place is Umhlanga. All of them still in medal contention. But here they come. There's a little swell coming past as the Dolphins are going past the rubber duck. Here comes Summerstrand and Fishhook looking for the wave. It's quite choppy now. Morgan Gous paddling hard, just about, just going down the back.
Cutting across the front there, but trying to get the benefit of the wave going against the swell. This is now a run up the beach here between Summerstrand and Fishhook. There's a wave coming up behind that's going to work out well for Fishhook if they can get themselves onto it. Up and running, porpoise diving. Summerstrand running hard for the line. Summerstrand looks like they're going to get the best of it. Fishhook in second, and it's going to be a second place, a third place for Fishhook, and a fourth place for Fishhook. Strong paddling by those 4 girls.
Fourth place is home, and now there are 6 boards on the same wave, and there's only a few more placings with points available. And there's wipeouts on the shoreline, and here comes Llandudno for that 5th position. Milnerton 6, Plet 7, and Umhlanga 8. So our champion there, the under 12 girls board, Morgan Gous of Summerstrand leading from the start. Second place goes to Bella Stallard of Fishhook. Bethany Harper of Fishhook comes in third. Shaylee Powell of Fishhook was fourth. Isabella Scarpa of Llandudno got fifth. Sabrina Krecher of Milnerton got sixth. Donay Bortus of Plet was seventh. And Oliver Morris of Umhlanga closing out the points in eighth place. Just missing points. Justina Pellandino of Umhlanga was ninth.
Well, we want to try and grab an interview with our winners here. So if we can get our winners. Just want to grab an interview with our winners. So we've got Morgan, Bella, and Bethany. Where's our cameraman? Right, so quick little interview here. Morgan, a early lead for you, and then Bella caught up to you, and you guys were neck and neck at the finish. Tell me about that paddle into the finish.
I was very scared, but then and then I saw a wave, and then I just catched the wave, and then I fell off my board, but then I just kept on paddling, and I sprinted to the finish line.
Bella, tell me about your paddle into the finish.
It wasn't easy.
You don't know what to say next. Okay, well paddled. A good second place there for you. And Bethany, tell us about your race coming around the cans there.
Oh, Shaylee was just in front of me, and then I had to paddle really hard to get in front of her. And then there was a slight wave, so I tried to get it, and then it pushed me in front of her, and then I caught it.
Well done, girls. That's your under 12 girls podium, and a great racing by them and by the rest of the field. Lovely to see you girls out there. We're now going to turn our attention to the under 11 boys board race final. They're on the line. They're ready to go. And Stanford, have you introduced this race yet?
Well, before the under 11 boys final starts, please, folk in the arena between the fencing and the water, please sit down if you're in the arena. All our spectators can't see, so everyone in the arena between the fences and the water, please be seated.
Right, so we're ready for the start to go there. They're under starters orders. And this is the under 11 boys board race final. Away they go, Stanford. And a clean start by a starter. They go right into the water. There's a bit of a wave picking up. Who can get their nose up and over this foamy the best? It looks like Plettenberg Bay on the left-hand side gets a clean little run over. The next wave's going to break as well. If he can get over the top, it's going to break right on top of him. What's he going to do? Turtle roll. That's the right decision there. He gets up and over and gets going, maintains his lead. Marine on the right-hand side. Another wave going to pick up for them. What are they going to do? Up or over? Marine tries to go over the top. Just almost does a backflip. Plettenberg Bay gets pushed right back. Clifton gets the better of it. Marine is back on his board, and our under 11 board race got very interesting very quickly as Marine just sneaks over the barrier. The barrier rolling towards the beach. We're seeing up and overs the whole way through the field. Another wave is going to come through for the mid-pack. Currently, Marine and Clifton got the better of those waves, and a clear leader in Marine out in front.
Yes, Eddie Harker of Marine getting the best of all those waves. That's probably the most difficult start we've had for our board races today. And it's Marine out in front, and we think that's Eddie Harker, the man, piloting that board. And in second spot, we got Clifton. But now the chasers have all recovered after being bashed by those sets. We have Plet, we have Mshlonga, and we have Fishhook all chasing hard, followed by Landudno. But Eddie Harker of Marine is around the first marker. He's going across, and then he's going to be hoping that a similar set will come and help him back to the beach.
Eddie Harker is going around the marker. Eddie Harker around the marker. He's coming around first. He gets his nose around, looks behind him, and he knows it's clean water behind him and clean water in front of him. We've known that the waves can come into play here. Clifton has got his head down, he's got his chin down on the board, and he is chasing hard, and I dare say it, that gap is closing between them with every stroke that Clifton takes. So this race is not over yet, Stanford.
Certainly not over, especially for the third place. There's a pack looming behind him. But here comes Marine looking for a little runner. All of a sudden, the ocean's gone quiet. They're making these kids, they had to work out. They've got to work back to the beach. And there's a gold, silver, and bronze medal at stake.
Is this the bus? Is this the bus from Narnia that's going to pick up Clifton and bring him home? Let's see. Eddie Harker looks back, pushing hard. This little shory, Clifton trying to get his nose over the top. He's just going to fall off the back, and to make sure of this one.
And Marine fighting for it. They onto it. That'll bring them onto the beach.
He's gliding. He's gliding. And like a pro, off his board and up the beach he goes to claim the win for Marine. Now the third place is in danger. Clifton is going to be pretty sure here, Stanford. He's in the whale is sucking back. Landudno Plet, Landudno Plet, Landudno Plet.
Who can control it?
Plet gets washed up. Who gets the handle? It's going to be very close.
Oh, that's going to be called on the line.
I'm not going to call it, Stan.
That was between Plet and Landudno. Big Bay come through to finish. Fishhook are there. Summerstrand is there. And another competitor from Mshlonga.
Stan, I'm going to grab a few words here from Eddie, and I don't know where our second place Clifton paddler is.
So Eddie Harker, the champion for Marine. We're waiting to see who got that second slot.
I think that's going to be up for negotiation there. So I'm just going to grab a chat here with young Eddie Harker. So if my cameraman can join me.
So Will Tremere of Clifton getting the second position. Luke Jackson of Plet got third. Travis Hemp of Landudno was fourth.
And Luke Jackson. And you guys even lined up in height order. Well done. Stan, I'm here with the winners. Mr. Jackson, tell me about that wave to the finish.
It was very fun and scary.
Fun and scary at the same time.
Yeah.
And right, tell us about your paddle. There were some waves at the start there. Tell us what happened there.
Yeah, so it was quite hard to get over. You could pop or turtle. I decided to turtle. But it was fun, amazing, Eddie, and yeah.
So Eddie Harker was first around the marker and then made his way back to the beach in first place. Tell us about your finish.
For finish, I was worried that Keegan was going to get, Will will get a wave. But then I heard the commentator saying that there's a wave coming back and Will might get it. So I was getting scared. But then I saw that I hadn't properly formed yet. So I got on it and got first to the finish line.
Well done, boys. Well, that's your under 11 boys podium there. We now turn our attention to the under 11 girls race, and they are on the line, ready to go. Looks like they are under starters orders. So we now turn our attention to the under 11 girls board race. This is their final. This is the first time that they're competing in a final at the SA Champs, same as under 11 boys, and they are now in the starters' hands.
Away go the girls, and let's just see if the waves are going to pick up for them. At this stage, there's something bearing down on them. Summerstrand off to a good start. Summerstrand and Big Bay on the left-hand side.
Well, Stanford, I can tell you that they moved, the whole lot of them moved across to the left. There was a bit of a shoulder there. They picked it up at the start. Some very, mature racing here by these young girls. This is their first time on a board, and looking at the way they go, you wouldn't say that this is the first time that they're racing board at an SA Champs. They are absolutely going for it. From my view here, it looks like Marine is in the lead with Summerstrand behind and a storming Fishhook on the outside trying to catch up to them.
Oh, Marine are going like the Clappers. They're really setting a fast pace. Summerstrand trying to hang on to the tail wash. They're heading up towards the marker, and Marine leading like they did in the earlier race for the boys. Marine leads the girls under 11s as they head up to the turn just inside of the rescue boat. And Marine will turn first. Summerstrand will turn second. Lucy Harker of Marine, her brother was the winner in the earlier race. Lucy Harker, they probably trained together under the watchful eye of their dad, Billy. And here they turn now and head for home. Now it's a group of three at the front.
Top three in the front there, Stan, and that's Marine, Summies, and Fishhook. Fishhook getting a great turn on the inside there. Now three of them abreast. Lucy Harker on her knee. She's going to get a lot of power out of that stroke. That's your more powerful stroke. Summerstrand lay down. Looks like she's getting a bit of an edge with Fishhook hanging onto their tail, coming towards the infamous break zone. Have they bought a bus ticket, or are they going to be walking home?
Well, Lucy turns, looks behind to see if there's anything coming. It's not much. And there is a little bit of wave now. It's building up quite quickly.
This could change things. Up goes the rating for Fishhook. That's Sarah Mocker. She picks up her rating. Up goes the rating for Lucy Harker. Up goes the rating for Summerstrand. Looks like they are going to just push themselves over the top. No, they don't. And I think that there is a double-decker on the horizon coming to pick them up here.
Well, it's Summerstrand, Marine, and Fishhook all in with a chance, but here comes another Summerstrander with all the momentum and the speed.
Who's got the better dismount? Who's got the better skills going into the finish? All of them do it well. All of them move to the back.
Up the beach they
Fishhook
come.
gets wiped out. Summerstrand gets wiped out. It looks like Summerstrand's going to take the win. Marine falls over the line, and Summerstrand and Fishhook racing for the line. That was excitement right there. Nothing that they could do. A nosedive. And what a finish for these girls.
What a finish. Great excitement. Thank you, young ladies. Emma de Villiers of Summerstrand catching that wave, handling it like a pro and coming through to grab gold.
Look at the action in the waves. Look at the waves here. Look at what's happening, what these poor girls have to deal with. This wave breaking right straight onto the beach.
Well, it's the twins do it again. A first and a third in the board race. Emma de Villiers winning it for Summerstrand. Lucy Harker, the early leader, having to settle for second. Mia de Villiers in the third place. Fourth was Sarah Mocker of Fishhook. Fifth was Bianca Salmon of Umhlanga. Sixth was Matilda Roberts of Clifton, followed by Olivia Latimer of Fishhook. And closing out the points in eighth place, Sophia da Costa of Marine.
Right, I'm just waiting for Lucy to come and join me here at the interview. Looks like she's wiping a tear or two. Right, so our winner was,
Emma de Villiers.
and third place was
Mia de Villiers.
sisters. How about that? Lucy Hockey Hawks coming to join us here, our early leader. Well, Lucy, tell us about, you went around the cans first, you came back, and then Fisher caught up, and were you on her right-hand side or you on her right-hand side? Were you together? So the three of you were sort of abreast. The two of you went for a wave. Tell us about coming into the finish there.
It was hard because they faster than me at running.
And so when you missed that wave, what were you thinking?
I felt really sad because I thought that was going to be the wave.
And then all four of you got a wave together. What happened on that wave for you?
I think I didn't paddle hard enough. But yeah, I think Emma caught a good wave from the back. Yeah.
So nose dive for you on the shore break, and then what happened?
I just paddled really hard and then I got the wave. Yeah.
Well, that's your podium, the under 11 girls. Well done, girls. Well done for a great race. And look forward to keep watching you at the next events. So that was our under 11 girls board race final drama at the finish there. Just shows you how a wave can change things, even right at the dying moments of a race. So back to the tower now. We're going to carry on with the action. The under 11 and 12 board relay finals, as well as the under 11 and 12 taplin finals, are going to come up next. And then we're going to see if we can catch some of the action from the under 9 and 10 arena for their boogie board relay finals.
Thanks, David. And in the 11s and 12s, we're going to be moving to the taplin relay final next. More drama to come in the taplin relay.
Hello, you beautiful people. Now, summer holidays are finally here, and we at DHL Lifesaving SA wanted to remind you of a few water safety tips so that you can enjoy the very best summer. It's really important to always swim between the red and yellow lifeguard flags. The location of the flags changes every day, and the lifeguards assess the ocean to find the safest place for you to swim. These flags help you avoid dangerous areas such as rocks and rip currents. Here are some signals that a lifeguard might use. This means move over to your left or right. This means get out of the water. And this white flag with a black shark means there's a shark in the water. If you get into trouble, don't panic. Simply wave your hand above your head to get a lifeguard's attention, and they will immediately run into the water to assist you. Knowing how to use these hand signals will help keep you safe in the water this summer.
Lifesaving in South Africa began in 1911 when the Royal Lifesaving Society embarked on a Commonwealth outreach in response to a series of local drownings. Surfers riding the famous Durban waves would rescue bathers who fell victim to the Indian Ocean, making them the first surf lifesavers in South Africa. The first Royal Lifesaving Society Bronze Awards in South Africa were awarded in 1911, and the first South African lifesaving entity was officially established in 1913. Over the following years, as popularity of beaches and pools grew, these lifesavers formed squads to patrol on weekends to ensure the safety of the swimmers, which led to the first official surf clubs being established in Durban in 1927. Steeped in rich tradition with over a century-old legacy, and now as Lifesaving South Africa, the non-profit organization still embraces the spirit of volunteerism and continues giving back to the communities in South Africa and the African continent every single day. Lifesaving South Africa, as a founding member of the International Lifesaving Federation, leads, supports, and partners with national and international organizations committed to water safety supervision, emergency response, drowning prevention, and sport. Lifelong aquatic skills are built through participation and education programs from the age of 8, with many voluntary members becoming professional lifeguards once leaving school. More than 4,200 voluntary lifeguards contribute over 125,000 rescue service hours each year. These lifeguards volunteer on weekends and public holidays, providing safe swimming areas for the public. If paid for by the municipalities, tourism and hospitality sectors, this community contribution would be in excess of 25 million rand. Lifeguarding creates more than 3,000 professional jobs in South Africa each year, and many find employment abroad. The educational and training investment into each lifeguard over the 10 years of involvement within
the wave building up on the back, Stanford, and this might just come into play here. It's building up large, it's building up quickly. They've brought that first turn can in a little bit, but let's see what happens if the first obstacle is going to hit the middle of the pack. Who's going to roll? Who's going to get over it? The back guys just sneaking over the top of that Stanford by the skin of their teeth by a whisker. One paddle stroke too late and they would have been nailed by that. Fishhook takes an early lead here. This is like a board race for them. Great paddle by this Fishhook paddler to open up at least a board length on second place Clifton and third place Summer Strand.
Yep, and they're already turning and heading for home. It's quite a short course. And we had a bit of a big swell coming through there. Let's see what happens as they head back to the beach. But the early leaders are Fishhook. They've got a little runner coming underneath them. They're going to try and work it. They slip down the back. Clifton closing up on them. Summerstrand's in third. We can see a little bump coming towards them.
Well, you can see shortening the course, what that does to the field. It just puts the whole field together, and it makes it very, very tough for at least for the middle of the pack to get around those cans. Durban Surf almost getting on the wrong side of that can, but dexterously getting her nose on the right-hand side. Fishhook's early lead is now going to get decimated by Summer Strand. Another shore break to deal with, just like the board races. Races it onto the beach, drops the board. Fishhook gets the better of it. Fishhook up and running and going to give a lead to her team. Around the track she goes, and a good transition here is what you want. Finds her paddler, finds her marker. She's got a great position. She didn't have to lose speed. And Fishhook goes into the water first, Summer Strand second, and Clifton in third place. That's your top three for now.
Fishhook lead from Summer Strand and Clifton. These three teams are right in a line. They've got a nice gap on the chasing pack, led by Llandudno. But out in front, it's Fishhook, Summer Strand, Clifton. The ocean's gone a bit flatter. They got out nice and easily. This is the gold medal positions are those three teams heading up to the turn. They've opened up a lead of over 50 meters now on Llandudno. Fishhook also chasing another Summer Strand team and Durban Surf. But out in front now, Fishhook turned first, Summer Strand turned second, and Clifton turned third.
Well, Stanford, absolute carnage in the shore break here for the middle of the pack. But right now, Fisher in a commanding lead going into the first turn can. Summerstrand is chasing them down onto their tail with Clifton behind them. That's your top three, and that one board gap is not enough to
And here comes a
guarantee a
big
position,
swell.
Stanford.
Here
There's
comes a
picking
swell
up in
from the back.
And Summerstrand might pick this up. Clifton sees it. Clifton ups the rating. She's going to try and decrease that lead that Summerstrand has. Just falls off the back. Summerstrand might pick this up to equalize. Now we've got two leaders. Fishhook better get the better of this. Back to the board. He goes. Great skill shown by Fishhook and Summerstrand. Obviously learnt from the board race finals. Fishhook once again has the better of it. Ups and runs. Around the marker she goes. Summerstrand on her tail.
This is going to go all the way down to the wire because Fishhook and Summerstrand turn together. And it's Clifton now trying to hang on from the chasing pack that are coming through on a wave. We'll have 5 teams all on the same wave, closing the gap on Clifton. This race will go all the way down for the bronze medal, but out in front, it is Fishhook and Summerstrand. There's a wave bearing down on them. They should both just be able to crest the wave. They get through without losing too much momentum. And Clifton heads the water in third place, and the front 2 teams are well clear of
we
the
can try and
next
see if we
wave.
can get some scenes here from the changeovers and from the waves in the shore break, because that's where all the action is. That's where all the lead changing is happening. That's where all the points are getting up for grabs. There are boards everywhere. We're waiting for our handlers and our team managers to get down and get these boards out the way. They can be quite a hazard to any one of our runners. Some of our managers is trying to get out the way there. Just grab any board, guys, and go. Our leaders now are clear. Fishhook and Summerstrand. Summerstrand's taken the lead. This is your second paddler. The pressure is now going to be on the transition and the last paddler. A wave here for Fishhook is going to just come in absolutely clutch. These things are not automatic. A bit of a push there for Summerstrand, trying to get the better of it. She's going to fall off the back. And now if Fishhook wants to any hope of a gold medal, she's going to have to pick up on this wave.
Here comes the deciding wave. Fishhook are onto it. Summerstrand are ahead of it. They're losing momentum. They're getting sucked into the wave. Let's see how they can hit the beach together. Summerstrand, Fishhook, the run up to the finish line.
What a transition. What a transition. What a get off. Dismounts like a pro, running hard across the beach to give her anchor paddler. No, this is for the win. Fishhook is going to take the win here in the board relay from Summerstrand. What a finish there for Fishhook. And now it's for the bronze medal.
And the bronze medal at the moment, we've got 2 teams in it. We've got Marine and we've got Clifton. Marine with this little runner pulling themselves ahead, but here comes a wave that could change everything. But Marine decide they've got to go flat out through the graveyard zone. Clifton is there. They're going to pick up the swell. They're going to close right up to Marine, but I think Marine have just done enough. They can actually jump and start running, which they do. Marine now into the bronze medal. Clifton's not giving up. They're in 4th place. Cross the beach to go. It looks like that's young Eddie Hopper once again. Eddie Harker for 3rd for his team from Marine. Fishhook will be 4, and Umhlonga look like they'll pick up 5th place.
Well, all the action's still on the line here. These kids are running hard for points for their club. Just getting ahead there, maybe, of Umhlonga Roxas, Fishhook. Pleasant Big Bay, Durban Surf, Big Bay across the line. It's so close. Going to leave that up to the judges. Llandudno comes here and Pleasant Big Bay. Well, what some close racing. How about the role reversal there? Right at the dying seconds of the race, Stan.
Yep, it was a wonderful finish, and well done to all these teams. They've mastered this difficult conditions right here on the shore break of Kings Beach, and we're now going to have some more excitement. We're going to have the taplin relay that tests the overall strength of each of these nipper clubs. Taplin relay, there's running, there's swimming, and there's board paddling, and it's all put together in the taplin relay, and that is the big event coming up soon.
You've got to tip your hat and nod your head to our under-12 athletes here, navigating that shore break. I mean, it is literally breaking onto the sand. And now you've got this 3-meter board that you need to get, not nosedive. You're going onto ankle-deep water. You need to get off. It's going at pace. You need to go from a prone position into a standing up position and run across the beach. Stan, I'm going to see if I can catch up with the winners here. Just waiting for my cameraman and my assistant to go and find them. If the Fishhook team could come and join me here. It looks like we're just waiting for them to get ticked in to the finish. On the screen now, just looking at scenes of the under 11 and 12 arena, getting ready for the taplin relay final. A shortened course here, Stan, really bunching these kids together in the board events that made sure for all those boards to be very, very close together, and we just saw a lot of excitement in the shore break. Boards everywhere, a lot of nosedives, but these kids managed it with aplomb. So, if you are on the live stream, you can watch a replay here, an early lead by Fishhook, getting the can first, and Clifton behind them, and Summer Strand there, going around the can. I'm just talking over on the replay now. At the end of the first leg there, Fishhook's lead was decimated by a wave as Summer Strand and Clifton caught a wave right up to her. She runs across the beach, transitions to her teammate, but a fantastic transition and glide by Summer Strand put her in a strong position. Fishhook still leading into the second leg. Summer Strand right behind her, coming into the beach. Once again, a wave for the two of them. It was almost like a replay of some of those board finals. Boards everywhere as they try to get up onto the beach and run across the beach. They transitioned onto their third paddlers, and again, Stan, at the end of that third leg, a wave comes into play and seals the deal for that Fishhook team. So that's how the board relay played out in the under 12 arena. Similar story just about for our third place athletes, and then all the points to race for the minor positions getting across the line.
All right, let's have a look at our lineup for the under 12 mixed taplin relay. Summerstrand D, Durban Surf A, Fishhook A, Big Bay A, Plet A, East London A, Marine A, Summerstrand A, Clifton A, Fishhook B, Summerstrand B, Llandudno A, Big Bay B, Big Bay D, Kings Beach A, and Fishhook D. 18 teams in the lineup, and that's the taplin relay final coming up next in the 11s and 12s arena. So board heats continue in the 13s and 14s arena. Taplin relay, the mixed under 12, about to be placed on the start line.
Stanford, what's going on in the under 13 and 14 arena and under 9 and 10 arena?
Another board heat is on its way out to the markers. They've all got through the little shore break, and we see a fairly flattish sea ahead of them. We've got Clifton going out strong in this heat, and they're working their way through. Some big entries in the 13s and 14s, boys and girls. So board races continuing through, so we'll have the final tomorrow, but they're going through all the eliminators this afternoon. So this little southerly wind tapping off a little bit, and tomorrow we have the onshore easterly wind that's predicted from mid-morning. The bodyboarders are on the way down on the southern side of the beach. That's the under 9s and 10s bodyboard. And we'll pick up on some of that action in a few minutes. And it's taplin relay marshalling now in the 11s and 12s arena.
Dan, I'm just standing here with the winners of the board under 12 mixed board relay. Wasn't very mixed. All girls team here. Well done to these girls. Who went first? You were the first paddler. Tell us about your start. It was almost like a board race for you. Then what happened?
I just paddled because I saw people behind me, and Shaylee wanted a big lead.
But then a wave flew through, and they caught up to you.
Yes.
Tell me, going into the second, saw you were second, going into the second, you put a wave to catch up. What were you thinking going in the second leg?
I knew I was okay at running, so I just tried to push it in front of her, and I'd long legs, so I tried to get out the water first.
But then it looks like she caught you a little bit, but then right at the beautiful wave. What was going through your mind at that point?
To be honest, I was myself. I just let my down, then I was the sprint to my better.
So you did and the last first. Well done to Bishop, mixed under 12 board relay winners, great race by them. It was such racing. Well done to all the teams involved that lead change and points between shore break. So they seem pretty excited about it all. Back to the action on the beach. Well, Stan, right now they're lining up the taplin under 12 taplin teams. This starts with the run. It's not a short run. It's actually quite a long run. And from there, they're going to hand over to a swimmer. The swimmer is going to swim around 2 cans just offshore. The swimmer will then run around a marker onto the beach and tag board paddler, who will then paddle the board around the same markers and to the finish. So that is under 12 taplin. That's going to be the last race that we put out on the live stream today. We'll see if we can film some of the other events just for some highlights tomorrow. So right now we're looking forward to watch the under 12 mixed taplin. Right, well, Stanford, sorry to jump in here and do some work of the media team, but our media director is trying to get hold of Tian, who's in the top of the tower, and I think he's filming the wrong arena, because we want to be watching the under 12 taplin, which is to the left of the tower, please. And they are on the line waiting for you to film them. So right now, this entire field of athletes is waiting for you, Tian, to get the camera to point the right way. There we go. Well done. Round of applause to Tian. He's got them on the shot. Sorry to name and shame you there, bud. Stanford, I'm standing on the line here for the under 12 mixed taplin relay. These are your taplin teams that made it through to the final. They had to run heats to get here. And this is for club pride, for club glory. A runner, a swimmer, and a board paddler. They are rearing to go.
Right, in the under 13s, 14s arena, we have the 3 quarterfinals for the under 13 girls board, and that'll be the 3 final events in this arena for today. So it's all over bar the shouting at the medal presentations later. The first of 3 quarterfinals heading back to the beach, and it looks like 8 of the top 8 will go through to a semi-final. Summerstrand on the pink board, going for a little wave. They're going to drop down the back of that one.
Stanford on the water's edge here. It looks like our running course has been set. Our athletes are on the line, and we are ready to get this race underway.
And the top 10 in these semi-finals for the under 13 girls board will go through.
Away from the line goes the mixed under 12 taplin relay, Stanford, and it is quite a long run. They got at least a 350 to 400 meter run down the beach. It's not a sprint. This is a middle distance run, and they want to be able to get as much of a lead for their swimmer as possible. Any kind of lead in the swim is going to be significant because it's a short swim and it's an even shorter board paddle if you're on a board paddle. Who's currently in the lead there, Stanford?
Well, they're heading towards the harbour, and it's difficult to see now. We'll try and see who goes round the flag first. We have a runner with a clear lead of 10 meters. It could be a Clifton cap. Clifton lead on the hard sands of Kings Beach. They're running in towards the harbour, the arena once again. It's Clifton.
Our swimmers are on the line. They're ready to go, some without suits, some with suits. Swimming suits still optional. And they are looking to do a power swim here. It's basically going to be a sprint. Clifton is currently in the lead here. They want to take this taplin title home. But let me tell you, Big Bay, Summerstrand and Fishhook are not going to make it easy for them. Here comes Clifton, a great run from him. Big Bay, Summerstrand, shoulder to shoulder. Here comes Fishhook.
So into the water first for the run, for the swim is Clifton. Summerstrand going second. Third is Big Bay. 4 is Fishhook. 5 is Fishhook. 6 is Fishhook. 7 is Summerstrand. 8 is Kings Beach. 9 is Plett. And we'll let them settle down as they swim through the first of the waves heading to the beach. Now there are 3 or 4 of them all right in a group.
Well, now we can see our top 4 swimmers heading out to the turn cans. They are getting a bit mixed up there with the safety officer. He's trying to get out the way. They've picked up the orange can, looks like, and now, well, there's a strong sweep from right to left. You can see how they've been swept across. Summerstrand now goes into the lead. Big Bay trying to hang on to their feet, as does Plett and Big Bay, and Fishhook is still in there with a chase pack of Fishhook leading. So that is your top 4, top 5, and there's nothing in it. This is a short swim, and I'm going to say it's going to come down to a board paddle, and it's most probably going to come down to a shore break wave for the board paddler.
Well, it's Summerstrand moving on to the orange marker on their right shoulder. Across they go. Big Bay's in second, just off their ankles. Then in third spot, it looks like a cap from Kings Beach. Kings Beach coming with a huge swim here. They now in third place. Kings Beach third, Fishhook in 4, Summerstrand in 5, and Clifton in 6.
Your Summerstrand A team will be leading. That'll be Zach Eckert, who ran for their Morgan Ghost, currently swimming, and Bjorn Maria is going to be their board paddler. They currently have a narrow lead from that. Is that a Durban, the Big Bay team?
Big Bay has come up alongside Summerstrand. Kings Beach are coming with a huge swim. They now in third place, a solid third, closing in up on the leaders. They're coming into the wave zone. We can see there's a bit of a current there. They're swimming into it. Big Bay, Summerstrand, Kings Beach. They're going to form a group. There's one swimmer from Fishhook has gone off to his right-hand side. He's swimming a lot extra. They've got to come onto the beach and round to tag the board paddler. Here they come. It's into the wave zone. Out in front now, it's Big Bay. Big Bay coming with a full-on surge. Summerstrand trying to hang on. Kings Beach closing. The three of them could hit the beach together, but Big Bay, they pulled a meter or two ahead now. A little swell coming past the chasing group, but the top 3 swimmers are going to get onto the beach now, possibly on the same wave that comes past them.
Look at the body surf. Look at the body surf. Ethan Curtis. Ethan Curtis from Big Bay gets the better of it. That is a... No, that's not Ethan Curtis. Is that Isabella Brooker from Big Bay? What a swim. What a swim from Big Bay and a beautiful body surf. It's now Big Bay, Kings Beach and Summerstrand wanting to give her board paddler the best possible lead. Away he goes into the water. He's going to try and get a good glide. A good start here is going to do him well, but there's a wave building up. This might push him back. There goes Summerstrand and Kings Beach trying to get onto his tail. Are they going to make it over this wave? Let's see.
And Big Bay crashes through and they see another wave bearing down at them. Big Bay just getting through the white water before it breaks. Summerstrand through, Kings Beach through. There's another big swell coming towards them. Big Bay are flying on that board. They want this medal and they want it big time. Another swell coming through. That'll hamper the people going into the water now. But Big Bay, Summerstrand and Kings Beach, they're the 3 teams in medal contention.
Our top 3 are now clearly in the lead. A wave coming through for our mid-pack. Our 4th and 5th place are going to get pushed back. One of them rolls, one of them gets the nose over gets the better of it. So the mid-pack, 4th place now Fishhook, but that's our top 3. The race is for our top 2 actually. Summerstrand versus Big Bay. Summerstrand, Big Bay. Summerstrand's got the inside line, drags a hand, gets the nose around. Big Bay's going to have to pedal the long way around, the scenic route around the can, back towards the beach. Is going to try and get onto his shoulder now, but right now he's trying to hang in there because Summerstrand have made their intentions clear. They want to catch the first wave from Narnia back onto the beach and take home this taplin title.
Here comes the deciding wave. It's bearing up, building up on that sandbank. It's coming. Kings Beach have just missed it, but
like
Big Bay are going to catch it.
Gonna come
They're
into
going to
play
catch
here.
right up to
Will Big Bay
Summerstrand.
get it? Big Bay gets it, and who's got the dismount? Stanford.
Oh, it's going to hit the beach together, and it's Summerstrand and Big Bay. Summerstrand up and running first. Who's going to go around the flag first? It's Big Bay. Big Bay, Summerstrand. Big Bay's going to win the gold medal. Summerstrand will come in second, and Kings Beach will come in a distant third, but a well-deserved third place and a bronze medal. Well done, Big Bay, with the big legs across the beach. Summerstrand second, Kings Beach third, and in 4th place, we have Fishhook coming onto the beach.
Well, Stanford, this race far from over. Great race there by Big Bay to take the win. But all the action is now going to be here on the shore break as we race out for the minor positions. Look at that board paddle from Fishhook. Going to come in from, I think, 8th all the way to 5th. Fishhook takes a 4th. And Durban Surf coming across the line now. Fishhook, Clifton, Big Bay. Great board paddle for them. Another shore break wave coming to mix things up here for the minor points positions.
Summerstrand in 7th, and Big Bay look like they'll get that final point of 8th position, with Marine just missing out.
Well, Stanford just going to try and catch up with our winners here, while our viewers that have the benefit of watching this on live stream can watch a bit of a replay. I can't really talk over it, but I got to tell you that this was a close race and the lead changing a few times. Our runner over here, tell us about your run. You were under a bit of pressure there. Tell us what happened there.
I knew my run wasn't the greatest, but I knew I still did well. But I'm just glad I had an amazing swimmer.
Swimmer, you had a great swim. Just tell us your name, and then tell us about your swim, Bella.
Hi, my name's Bella. The swim was quite hard. I think Summies was in front of me. I was trying so hard to just push past him. So hard. And then I finally got him on the way out.
Well, you had a great swim to put your team in a very strong position. You then got caught by Summerstrand and passed. What was going through your mind at that stage?
I was very, very nervous. I saw Summerstrand come past. I was like, I just had to push, and I'm proud of my two teammates here that pushed really hard.
So from out of a fairy tale comes this wave, a big double-decker bus to pick you up and bring you back to the beach. And I don't know if you saw Summerstrand went from board to body surf. There were some amazing skills from her. I thought she had the momentum onto the beach. What happened about the run up there? You can't remember. It was a blur. You just ran hard and you took the win. Well, gold for Big Bay here in the mixed under 12 taplin arena. I think that concludes our under 12 events for the day. They might just go into a few other events for tomorrow. Also, that is going to conclude our live stream for the day. We're going to leave you with a few highlights, shots of today's action, and we will see you again tomorrow. We will bring you some pre-recorded highlights, maybe from today, some from tomorrow morning, and finish off the DHL 2023 Nipper Nationals here on Kings Beach, Koberga, Nelson Mandela Bay.
Lifesaving in South Africa began in 1911 when the Royal Lifesaving Society embarked on a Commonwealth outreach in response to a series of local drownings. Surfers riding the famous Durban waves would rescue bathers who fell victim to the Indian Ocean, making them the first surf lifesavers in South Africa. The first Royal Lifesaving Society Bronze Awards in South Africa were awarded in 1911, and the first South African lifesaving entity was officially established in 1913. Over the following years, as popularity of beaches and pools grew, these lifesavers formed squads to patrol on weekends to ensure the safety of the swimmers, which led to the first official surf clubs being established in Durban in 1927. Steeped in rich tradition with over a century-old legacy, and now as Lifesaving South Africa, the non-profit organization still embraces the spirit of volunteerism and continues giving back to the communities in South Africa and the African continent every single day. Lifesaving South Africa, as a founding member of the International Lifesaving Federation, leads, supports, and partners with national and international organizations committed to water safety supervision, emergency response, drowning prevention, and sport. Lifelong aquatic skills are built through participation and education programs from the age of 8, with many voluntary members becoming professional lifeguards once leaving school. More than 4,200 voluntary lifeguards contribute over 125,000 rescue service hours each year. These lifeguards volunteer on weekends and public holidays, providing safe swimming areas for the public. If paid for by the municipalities, tourism and hospitality sectors, this community contribution would be in excess of 25 million rand. Lifeguarding creates more than 3,000 professional jobs in South Africa each year, and many find employment abroad. The educational and training investment into each lifeguard over the 10 years of involvement within the association equates to more than 2,000 hours per person. Lifeguard training focuses on the prevention of emergency situations, with voluntary lifeguards performing over 2,000 rescues annually. South Africa has an annual average death by drowning rate of over 2.5 persons per 100,000 people, or more than 1,400 persons per year. Lives saved have an incalculable value to their families and communities. LSA's presence is felt across the southern African continent, having 86 plus clubs with over 8,000 registered members in South Africa, and assisting in the establishment of lifeguarding bodies within the SADC nations. LSA's inclusivity and a transformative agenda of uplifting citizens and saving lives contributes to a lifestyle and profession for anybody, from any walk of life. LSA is the national authority in the effort to prevent drowning. We work with disaster management, municipalities, hospitality and tourism, corporate partners, other NPOs and water safety programs to deliver drowning prevention initiatives in SA. Lifesaving South Africa's Water Smart program is CAPS-based for the life orientation curriculum and is aimed at children from grade R to grade 6. This educational program is presented for free in schools by lifeguard facilitators who are employed by LSA. In partnership with the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Education, this knowledge has been shared with educators, enabling them to continue the program in their classes. Thanks to our corporate partners and the KZN Department of Education, the Water Smart program has reached over 350,000 learners in 2,300 schools since inception. Lifesaving as a sport is distinctive in that it has emerged as a mainstream competitive sport from the origins of simply trying to improve one's ability to save lives. What began as training to improve their skills naturally evolved into competition amongst peers. The multifaceted sport combines fun and camaraderie, skills development, participation, and high performance that caters for all ages and abilities. The sport is an integral part of a lifeguard's training and development, with competitions at regional, national, and international level taking place throughout the year. It is the culmination of all the hours and skills learned in training and on the job. Many of the events are simulated rescue events where athletes need to hone their skills to save a life. The national championships take place over 7 days in surf and pool disciplines, with over 1,500 athletes from 45 clubs taking part. From nippers aged 8 and older to the competitive junior, senior, and master athletes. The sport is the embodiment of camaraderie with possibly the most diverse collection of athletes in any sport. South Africa is a world leader in life-saving sport, having pioneered many of the events, past and present, as well as being in the top echelon of international competition rankings for decades. LSA continues to strive for excellence and pave the way forward for training and development of lifeguarding as a public service and to create job opportunities on the African continent. With the help of corporate partners and national and local government organizations, we can continue to grow through the expansion of our programs and development practices. Help us improve lives. Help us save lives.